The ANC's mayor of Canada.
Long live the youth of South Africa! Long live! As always, my dear brothers and sisters, it is an incredible honor and a privilege to be here today. And when I speak to you today, I speak to you on behalf of Kusatu, on behalf of your parents who are often employed, but often are not employed. And I come here to remind you that in the new South Africa, there are many challenges that we still have to overcome. That we tell those in power that our young people can no longer have second-class facilities in the townships like Khayelitsha and Mitchell's Plain. They need the same facilities as the schools in Claremont and Constantia. What we must do is provide the opportunity for our young people to realize their potential and to be the best that they can be. Because we know that when our young people get to grade 3, they're already behind the children in grade 3 in the schools that have better facilities. We must overcome those problems. We must make sure that when our children leave school, they have had the same educational experience as the children who come from the better equipped schools. Because when you go for a job, you have to compete with a child that comes from a school that has better facilities, that has class sizes, that has libraries and computers in all of the senior classes. And that's what we need for all of our children. We must create the opportunities for our young people. We can't have a circumstance where our children and our youngsters and our learners are in the townships and they can't get to the city centers or many of the other industrial areas where the job and the educational opportunities are. Our young people must have the capacity to be able to travel on the trains and other public transport free of charge during the years that they go and find educational opportunities for themselves, because that makes sure they're able to go ahead. I want to urge you to take ownership of a spirit of service to our communities. Make sure that you embrace the culture of hard work. Make sure that even if you don't have a job, you go about in our communities and you contribute to the services that are required in our communities. Because it's out of those services, it's out of ourselves living a life in service that we discover how we can become part of our communities. We must build communities where the social cohesion brings together the ambition of all of our people. Because the way to live a life of honor is to make sure that that goodness, that essential virtues that reside in your heart, that becomes the practices that exist across all of our communities. So we must not only want the right things for our families, but we must want the right things for all of the families in our communities. And we must all contribute to making that happen. In the new economy, in the new society, there's going to be many opportunities. You've seen with all of the presentations at the back that there are opportunities in expanded public works programs. There are opportunities in learnerships. There are opportunities in many companies who are looking to provide opportunities for young people. But much more than that, our government at the national level has taken a stand and has put aside money to provide opportunities for young people. And so the new growth path, which is the new economic strategy for South Africa, takes account of the special needs of young people. It says that in the manufacturing sector, in the new jobs that we'll create in South Africa, and those new jobs will be in the green economy, in environmental jobs, in environmental services. We've got to make sure that the jobs in manufacturing are not only where you manufacture and make stuff every day, but that you get involved in the design of many of those facilities that we create, to get involved in the research and development of many of the facilities that we need to put in place. What we must do is we must build strong organizations that take up the plight of young people, that take up the needs of learners. And we've already seen an organization arise out of Khayelitsha that's called the Equal Education Organization. And they're taking up the challenges that exist for young people. But all of us must join those organizations, because we need to have organized voices that make sure we go forward with one vision. But your job as the younger generation is to make sure that you conduct your life in a manner that's impeccable, that serves as an example for those who will come after you, so that they know that what we must do in this country is live the values that was enshrined by our leaders like Nelson Mandela and so many others. And that's the challenge that lies ahead of us. Your challenges must become our challenges as the older people, must become the challenges of the politicians, because what we must do is to make sure we assist you to provide an environment that responds to the needs of so many people. And so when we leave here today, we must leave here with the responsibility of knowing that so many others are looking towards you and your discussions today. What we need to come up with a plan is a plan that provides hope for our people and shows the light into the future, that provides young people with the opportunity and the prospects to be the best that they can be. We're proud to be part of this initiative, and we look forward to making all the resolutions you take a reality into the future. Thank you very much, Comrade Chair.